far, they hated, they never believe me. Yeah.
All right, folks. So, as we're waiting for Mr. Andres, the pop culture guy, to assimilate himself into the show, we've got a release date for Daryl Dixon Season 2. It is September 29th is the first episode. I believe it'll be 6 episodes again. I would have rather had 8, but that's all we got was 6. And it starts September 29th, so that means it will run through, October, and it will wrap up in November. The first couple episodes, the last couple episodes of November. So we'll have to, Andres and I will have to decide what we want to cover after that comes out, because that'll be the end of the year, and we'll have to see what TV shows are out at that point. There's a lot that could happen between now and then. You know what I'm saying? We're bantering about over here at the MCU's Bleeding Edge a couple different TV series for the end of the year, and it's going to basically just matter down to scheduling and what we can fit on what night. So we might end up with the Dune series over here on Monday nights, but or the Joker series from Max might be over here by us. We don't know yet.
Penguin.
So good to see you, Andres. Yeah, it's the Penguin series. I'm sorry, the Penguin series from HBO Max.
Yeah.
The Colin Farrell project.
Yeah.
Which is supposedly going to be coming out at the end of this year. So that could be kicking over our way. It'll probably be released on Sundays, just like House of the Dragon. I'm assuming, unless they just HBO decides to change something up. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt that they would release it anytime during the House of the Dragon. I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna have them competing with each other. You know what I mean? And having to put the Penguin episodes out on different nights and shit like that. So it could very well end up being. I have a feeling it could very well end up being us doing one of those HBO shows, whether it's the Penguin show or whether it's the Dune Prophecy show, one of the two. But Mr. Andres, pop culture guy, sir, it's good to see you, Mr. Special Guest, co-host of the MCU's Bleeding Edge Report. So what do you think, sir? We got a Daryl Dixon release date, and I believe the last time we bullshit about it and whatnot and everything and talked about it, you said you didn't think it was going to come out until August or September. So
yeah, something like that.
Well, we ended up all the way till September 29th. So they're premiering the first episode. They already premiered it this weekend at the Cannes Film Festival or whatever it's called over in Canada. They already premiered the first episode. So it's already been seen. It's not released yet, but people have already consumed it. So that apparently what you would think what that means is they already have it shot, right? So we should be expecting a trailer here soon, a full trailer. Like literally by like the next time we do the Monday show or the Monday show after that, we should probably have a full Daryl Dixon trailer by then, I would hope. Or maybe it's, what do you think? Is it too soon still?
I think if they did release the date, that we should have a trailer soon. If not, Comic-Con is around the corner in July. We'll probably get a trailer from that over there. So,
That's true. They could do it during Comic-Con. That would be good timing too, have it come out in July. They're going to want to do at least 2 trailers before the show comes out, because they've got to rely on this. This is for AMC. This is a big cash cow for them. Is that Daryl Dixon series, right? Like if you think about it, now that we're pretty much sure that The Ones Who Live is done, right? We're not going to get a second season of that. For now, based off the Dead City and the Daryl Dixon, if you think about it, what they're giving the Walking Dead fandom now off these 2 shows is basically what you'd get from a full season of The Walking Dead, kind of, right? Now, close to it. They'd have more episodes than The Walking Dead, right? Than just 12. But they're saying Dead City might be 8 episodes.
Okay, that I don't know about that. I mean,
they're saying it could be 8 episodes of Dead City.
We'll see. When we get to that, they will confirm it. I mean, I was wondering if they're going to extend the episodes for season 2s of these 2 shows, but the fact that Dixon's going to be 6, I kind of have to believe that Dead City should be 6 too. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll So the shows are the same. So they have they're using the same model for each show. I don't really see what they would be having going on Dead City that would even be able to fit into 8 episodes. I mean, considering how the first season went, right? Like, I mean, can you imagine if they'd done 2 more episodes of Dead City? We would have revolted.
Yeah, I don't think we could have make it that time. Nope.
Those have been some rough reviews.
Yeah.
Who knows how bad the series could have got then?
Yeah. Yeah. I look. If it stick with 6, that's fine. I just hope they got better storylines and better dead, kills.
Supposedly they brought in some new blood. They've got some new actors and some new actresses. We'll get into Dead City, folks, when Dead City comes closer to coming out. It's not coming out until 2025, so we don't really have any information for you, other than the fact that there's going to be more of a role for the Herschel Jr. character is going to be more prevalent in the show, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We didn't really get to see much of him as an actor last time, but he's obviously an important facet of the show, right? And we know that they brought in some new actors and some new actresses to play those secondary characters that are so pivotal that they didn't do a good job with in first.
No.
That was really the big comparison with Daryl Dixon season 2 for us, or season 1 versus Dead City, was that we felt like Daryl Dixon's secondary characters really had complete arcs. Like they grew throughout. Even the villains seemed to grow throughout the series, right? They surprised you at the end, right? I'm gonna have to refamiliarize myself and rewatch Daryl Dixon because I can't remember the names of the characters. But Isabel's former boyfriend or whatnot, who was like a scumbag, and it ended up being like a hero at the end. Wanting to save his son and everything and whatnot.
Yeah, I gotta say, she was my favorite character in The Ones Who Live. Very fascinating.
Oh, Isabel, yeah, she was great. Yeah,
yeah, that's the one thing that show did right was the secondary characters, and the world building they did. I hope the city will do is better secondary characters, better world building for Dead City. They made Daryl Dixon. They made France very expansive. Like there was a lot of traveling and moving around and whatnot and everything, right? Whereas in Dead City, everything was contained. Yeah, and then also like the secondary characters were fun and Daryl Dixon, at least the kid had more things to do than these kids in Dead City. You had a reason to root for the secondary characters in Daryl Dixon. You had a reason to root for them. There were stakes for them. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really know what to think of Kudroy, the villain guy, right? Like you couldn't really make him out at times. Yeah. You couldn't, compared to Dead City, I'm saying with Daryl Dixon, you really couldn't figure out Kudroy, and then of course, what does he do at the end? He decides to not kill Daryl, right? Knowing he's going to get in trouble. Yeah. And he just got in trouble. But he survived. He made it. Yeah. Yeah. So, Yeah, Madame Germain or whatever the hell decided to let him live. Yeah. But she was a great villain. Well, yeah, that's very true. I mean, she was a good secondary. See, they did a better job introducing that villain than whatever they did in the city with that female character. I forgot her name, but she was the main. They brought her into Daryl Dixon better when they brought her in. They rolled her in right off the bat. Like in the second episode, we saw her, I think, for the first time, right? Yeah. With that other woman, which I can't even remember her name. That's how unimportant she was to us during the show. I can't remember her name at all. The new villain, the boss, the real boss of New York or whatever, that the Karak reports to, the one that told Negan she wants Negan to run her shit or whatever, whatnot. That's why they stole Herschel Jr. was to get Negan to come, which makes no sense, to be honest with you. If you think about it, why would Negan come? Yeah, I don't know. And I get maybe she wants Negan to help her build an army, maybe, like how he did, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think we left off with her saying that she wants him to run her operation. Be her right-hand man. Because the Kurak is, let's be honest, he kind of sucks. Yeah, and let's face it, he's not physical threat like Negan is. Negan has a physical presence.
Oh yeah, he's got that skill set. Negan does, like Rick, where he's like a killer.
Yeah, exactly.
If so, maybe even nastier than Rick.
Ooh, definitely. But yeah, so very curious. I'm very happy that we got the date confirmed finally for Daryl Dixon, because that was our, like, you and I were very excited to see season 2 finally for this year. And yeah, this year is a great year for Walking Dead. So I'm very happy that we got the date confirmed.
Yeah, I am too. They managed to get the ones who live out, and we really enjoyed reviewing that. That was great. And then we're going to get Daryl Dixon season 2, and it's going to be late in the end of the year. It's going to be late in the year, but still, we'll be invigorated to review that show. It's definitely going to be fun. It's nice to review something on a second season where the first season was good. You know, like, so you've got some momentum coming in. Whereas with Dead City, and it's a good thing that, like, it's not time for one of these shows to be out, because we know all of our Walking Dead fans would be here right now if this was Daryl Dixon was out right now and everything and whatnot, and they saw the thumbnail and all that, they'd be here listening to us, and they wouldn't want to hear all this Dead City bad mouth and talk or whatever. They don't like all that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, come on,
there's some Dead City patriots out there, baby, that, like, they're riding or dying with Dead City.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it's, with Maggie and Negan, but, like, it doesn't mean, like, that's
all what it is. It's because it's Maggie and Negan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course. Because they're central characters from the original show.
Yeah, true.
And the audience mostly makes up of people that come from the original show. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Daryl is that too, and the ones who lives was that as well. So, I mean, I get it. Look, you have to have these legacy, sequel to original to, be like a miss before we get the big hit, right? And that's unfortunately was a miss, and that's not a big deal. I mean, it had some moments. I mean, come on, it has some moments that we did like.
Oh yeah.
But, it didn't land. And where Daryl and the ones who live they did land. Because they gave us everything we wanted for a Walking Dead show.
I think we rated the Dead City episodes a little bit higher, the first couple episodes, than we would have if we had known what direction it was going to go in. I think we were like trying to give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, being optimistic about it and whatnot and everything, even though we were seeing some stuff that was kind of iffy from jump, but we were still rating it pretty fairly. You know what I mean? Like, it was only till the end there where we started dropping, like, 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
On the episodes, right? Because if I remember correctly, wasn't it episode 5 of Dead City that really turned it to shit?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 or 5 were the weakest episodes. Let's be honest.
And then the finale was just all over the place.
Yeah, the finale was over the place because episode 4, I think that they introduced they teased the boss, and then we saw her finally. I think in 5, something like that. But I mean, again, it was all over the place towards the end of
Why do the bosses always have to be female now?
That is very true.
Why is everything got to be female, folks? What the fuck? I'm not trying to hate on you ladies out there, the small amount of you in our audience or whatnot, but I'm just saying, why does every strong character now have to be a female? Like, we're doing the Acolyte right now. They've got so many strong female characters in that bitch. They're running the whole show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be
fair, the critical drinker calls them strong woman. That's what he always says. Strong woman number 1, strong woman number 2.
That is hilarious. Okay. So
strong woman comes in and saves the day.
Saves the day. Oh my god, we should do is a drinking game for the Acolyte, and I can just say, oh, here's strong woman 1, strong woman 2. Just avoiding their names. Oh my god. That is so hilarious. Now, to be fair, the Walking Dead did hand one thing I appreciate about this series over the Acolyte is the villains are female, and I like it. We don't make a big deal out of it. I mean, first off, the ones who live, the main bad guy was a male. I mean,
yes, it's not.
you,
Oh, it's not across the board. And
yeah,
and again, we already said that in Daryl Dixon season 1, we liked Janae or
yeah,
whatever, whatnot. The main villain, the
main
main
villain.
boss. So we liked her.
Yeah,
She had a certain disposition about her, a certain character about her, like, where she kind of put fear in you, and you could tell that she really was in control. You know what I mean? Like, like when she said things, people jumped. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, she basically like runs France, I think, almost. Like
yeah,
what's left
almost.
of France, like she runs it.
Yeah. And first off, and if you want to go back to the original, like the Whispers were a big threat to the community, and their way of doing it was very creepy. Like they disguised themselves as walkers,
As
and
walkers, yeah. And they learned
yeah,
how to actually move in packs with them and everything and whatnot. And they actually learned how to use the packs themselves. Remember, they could actually use them as weapons. They would bring packs.
yeah,
Like, remember they would actually bring them to them, like for fights and shit like that and whatnot. Like, that's how the kind of tactics they would use. They learned how to use the walkers as weapons.
yeah, yeah. No, it was
And then
very cool.
and then of course they would use the skin shit, whatever, to be able to like just jump out all of a sudden and stab you. You know?
Yeah, jump scare as usual.
Because you think you're fighting a walker, and all of a sudden it's like a live person. I remember I watched some of those episodes, but like once they figured out that they were human beings in there, they told Daryl and Michonne and all them and whatnot, they started fighting them totally differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they learned how to isolate them, right?
Yeah,
And then once they isolated them, the Whisper motherfuckers could not fight with Daryl. And like, you know what I'm saying, and Michonne and all that. They figured out how to kill people really good by that point.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. But they were still affected as villains. No. I mean, this show. I mean, thank
Well,
goodness
that
they
was
have.
their lead. Just to be clear, that their lead boss was okay. I liked her, Omega or whatever her name was, or whatever. Or
Yeah,
I like that. I like that actress.
yeah, yeah. What is great about The Walking Dead? Thank goodness they haven't gone to the cancel culture. They've done a really good job of balancing the strong females, but still giving them personality and like like they like they
And they're
don't
feminized, and they are feminized. Like, they're feminized. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
exactly,
there's no like you said. There's none of that. Like, Shuri becoming Black Panther kind of shit. Like, they don't do all that with Walking Dead. There's no
no.
woke. There's no woke shit with Walking Dead.
Yeah, and thank goodness because they done a really good job of still giving us great female characters, but not like forcing you at your face, as I say in the Accolade episode 1. They don't force.
There was no room to really in that story in The Walking Dead. There was no room to fit stuff like that in there. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't have worked. Like the way that the show was built, the way that the energy of it. If they had started going in that direction, it would have contradicted against the show itself.
Yeah, and see that's the problem with the Accolade, that's what they're doing. Where here they know what kind of show they are, and first off, they know who's the lead. Like
Well,
this is
the Acolyte, we clearly know what kind of show they wanted.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Oh my god.
They wanted queer Star Wars, baby.
I mean, could you do
Just
it
like
so much?
just like the director said, queer Star Wars, gay Star Wars.
Okay. No offense to that community. You can do it, but don't force it on me. And they're
Don't
really
make it's like I said in the chat. I don't want gay Star Wars. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can make the cat girl gay or whatever, right? And you can make Korg or whatever the fuck his name is, Torg or whatever. He's gay anyway. Make him gay too. I don't care, right? He can be gay, but that's it. No more gays after that, right? There's got to be a quota of gays. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a joke, but like they want to make the whole show about being gay.
really.
That's what that Headland chick said. Like, when she was asked in an interview, is this the gayest Star Wars ever? She's like, yes. That other chick that plays the main character, man, they're not helping the show at all. The things they're saying in the media, I'm surprised Kathleen Kennedy hasn't shut them up yet.
Yeah, it seems like Disney wants it to fail. Like the fact that it's in June with 3 other popular shows that's going to come out: House of the Dragon, The Boys, and the Bear. The Bear.
The Beard.
Yeah, the Bear. I thought it was called The Bear, but then it was like called The Bear because I was.
Are
like,
they doing a solo project with Blackbeard?
No, yeah, it's the Hulu show about cooking. You know,
Did they somehow shoot in 2 months? Did they shoot a Blackbeard show as like a teaser, as like a in between until we get Shogun season 2?
Yes,
just Blackbeard, his own show.
Yeah, his own show. It's ready for 2025, and I heard that the season 2 is gonna come out in 2026. Yeah, in my timeline. That's what
there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of episodes where he's gonna do his face,
or like complain. I want my bolt. I want my crew.
He's gonna rebuild his boat, and then Toranaga's gonna blow it up again.
Yeah, just for fun. He's like,
and then blame it on somebody else, so that Blackbeard's all pissed off at somebody for that for no reason. You know what I mean? Just to stoke fires for no reason. Blame the Jesuits on it and shit and whatnot. You know, it was them, not me.
No, me. See,
they snuck into my own shit or whatnot, everything, and blew up your shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I let them, they snuck right in. I don't know how they did it. None of my spies caught them or nothing.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is gonna be. See, just talking now, that could have been a great spin-off. They can definitely do it. Do it now, Hulu. Oh my god, this is the best thing. This is the best fan fiction we had done, Jeff. This is perfect. It's just like this is
the Blackbeard solo vehicle.
Yeah, and just seeing, oh my god, I forgot Tarnaga, just messing Blackbeard old times. Like, look,
Toranaga just fucking with Blackbeard in every episode, just fucking with him.
Yeah.
He already said Blackbeard makes him laugh.
Yeah, that's true. He's a comedian. He's a jester. Oh my god. Oh, that when he say that to Yabu. Yeah, our boy Yabu, before he's suckable.
Before he gleefully seppuku, he was like, he looked right up at Toranaga and he was like, "Look at me,
look at me."
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god. Great character. And when he heard I just having him here to well, first off, he say trick to distract the enemies. So like from the real plan, right? And then he said, but also I keep him around because he abused me. That was such a great review. That was so funny.
Yeah, it was. It was. So that's really that's the importance he really places on Black. They totally lost the whole canon deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are they ever going to get those cannons back? Because like that whole deal with the canon training and all that and whatnot, Blackfoot had that shit going.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but at the same time,
didn't Ashido get those cannons back or something like that? Didn't he take them?
I think so. No.
Didn't they bring the cannons all to the main capital there at the end, and they gave them to Ashido?
No. Taranaka still has it. Yeah, they didn't give it to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I it's been a while since I saw Shogun, but
because there's going to be battles in season 2 and 3 and all that whatnot. They're going to give us battles, so I want to see them cannon out there, baby.
Yeah. But also, they could just deport cannons from other countries. I mean, they know
they can. But remember, it was something special about the way that those cannons were made. Remember
yeah.
There was something about those English cannons, the way that they were beveled or whatever. The scopes were scored or whatever, whatnot, so to shoot more accurately. They were better than the Portuguese cannons, the ones the Portuguese gave them. That's why they were so
Yeah.
shocked at the accuracy that Blackbeard could pull off with them. They didn't know that was possible. They thought that like when they'd gotten cannons from the Portuguese, when they would shoot them, they just go all over the place. You know?
Yeah.
They had that barreling, like scoring shit, or whatever, whatnot, in the actual muzzle of the cannons. The British had learned that trick, that technique of rifling or whatever it's called, the barrel.
Yeah.
Schools the inside of it to influence the actual accuracy of the projectile when it comes out.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about that whole deal, how the English brought that around. How they advanced weaponry and cannonry with that shit.
They did, and I mean, was it Blackthorn? Brought it up, so it makes sense. But at the same time, if you think about it, like I don't know, and historically, like let's be honest here, Japan, Japanese know how to create very efficient weapons. They can make even better cannons than just using the English cannons. So
it just goes against their culture kind of to even make them. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point in feudal Japan, they're still more like concerned about making bows and arrows and swords and shit like that and whatnot,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Those weapons are almost alien to them.
True. I mean, I don't know when I'm kind of curious. We should do like a theory discussion on Shogun if they're gonna jump like ahead, time jump for the show, because if they do that, Japan will adopt to the Western culture thing.
Well, they can't time jump too far because your main characters are going to be Cosmo Jarvis and Hiroyuki Sanada. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are going to be the main characters. Think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
They're what's left of the big three, right?
Yeah.
So like that's who you got to go with. So they really can't have much of a big time jump. It's going to have to be just a couple weeks after the show ended. They're going to pick it. You think they're going to pick it right back up with with the dust settling of Toranaga becoming Shogun.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Toranaga's going to have he's still going to have issues. There's going to be people still wanting the throne from him and whatnot and everything, right? He's still going to have problems. You know what I'm saying? Then there's the whole deal with the church too that he's got to deal with yet. Because remember, there's that base in Macau, right?
Yeah.
And he found all that information from Blackbeard about how the Spanish want to basically take over their government.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Or the Portuguese. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out because I know was a Saber and Ambrand brought up that there was a second book. I don't know. Are they going to adapt this? No. Yeah.
What book? There was only one book. The first book is really long, from what I heard. He didn't write another one. It's all Clavel only wrote the one book.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean,
is there still a lot in it? Is there still a lot in it to be used? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, because I thought one of our panelists in Cyber brought up there was another book. I don't know. Maybe that was another show or another movie we're discussing. But anyway, I do hope to see Toranaga again. Like that was something we I guess the conversation. Hopefully we get the the remaining cast that survive.
We will. I wouldn't be surprised if Fuji comes back too. They're gonna want to bring back familiar faces.
Yeah.
Her story becoming a nun could be interesting as like a nice side plot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right, I mean, and that could actually also impact the dynamic between the church and Toranaga.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, because I mean, because he was like opposed, right, in the Catholic religion.
He's not opposed. He just doesn't care.
He didn't care. Okay.
He didn't give a shit. That's not his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked at it as whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like Okay. But Fuji is still aligned with him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So like if she sees some dirty shit going on, she's going to report it to him. He's going to be back. When they signed up to do 2 more seasons of Shogun, they signed up Hiroyuki Sanada for those two seasons. He executive produced Shogun, so he's got to be there.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be in the show.
No, I agree. yeah, he had to be there. What else?
Probably gonna make a lot of fucking money too. I bet.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I mean, he's the lead. I love him. He's a great actor. I'm so happy he got the attention.
And he's the executive producer too. You should get paid for that too.
Yeah, which they do.
I know they get paid. I know. I'm just saying he should really get paid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, totally. He's fantastic. He did a great job of putting this show together.
I wonder how much more money Cosmo Jarvis is going to make for season 2 than he made for season 1.
I will bet it was going to be like 1 point, like raise, and that's it.
No, I think it'll be more than that.
Really? I don't know.
His value's gone up.
That's true. I mean, now he's a star. I mean, he was, and look, he was great in the show. I mean, he had his moments, which was great.
Look at us, folks. We're all over the place here. We started off with Daryl Dixon and Dead City. We can't talk about Daryl Dixon and not talk about Dead City. We have to. It has to happen. It's a mandatory thing on the Leading Edge Report. When we talk about Daryl Dixon, we have to attach Dead City because it's the first Walking Dead spin-off we watched.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we just now discussed Shogun.
We can't help it, but hey, that's okay. We're talking pop. This is our last show to talk about fandom, pop culture, news, whatever, whatnot, folks. Until we do House of the Dragon episode 1 next Monday. Woohoo! 6 people on this bitch, the most ever. At Bleeding Edge Report. It's gonna be a full house. You're gonna see this whole screen lit up with faces. Might even be playing drinking games. We might let Andre's pop culture guy pick the drinking game words. See how that works out.
I'll definitely do that.
Now, Jermaine likes to do that thing where everybody picks a drinking word. That's where I got that from.
Yeah.
He likes doing that. I like doing that. That's fun.
Yeah. It's really fun too. So
that's gonna be cool seeing all the people on the screen, man. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
House of the Dragon. You excited?
Very, very excited. I can't believe it's almost here. I really wish it's June 16th already, which is a Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday.
Why did you watch all your episodes?
Not yet. I almost done. Just not halfway there.
Did you see that birth? Did you see that birth I told you about? That birth when what's her name gave birth to that baby and it just falls to the floor or whatever, whatnot, or they take it from her and she just like walks right by, like moves right on. All bleeding and shit or whatever.
Renea, right?
Renea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah. It happens right in the beginning of like the 10th episode. I think you'll see it.
Okay. I have not gotten to that.
It's gruesome.
Hey, I say a lot of those birth scenes in movie and TV. So I don't know about that. There was one in a show, not before we go to the next topic, was the White Queen, where actress that played Atreides' mother, and also plays Faust in the Mission Impossible films, Rebecca Ferguson. She played the White Queen, the main character of that show and stars, and she was pregnant, but she had to give birth on the moment there, and like the baby came down. It was like really graphic and all that, but like on this, that's
kind of like how this one was, except in this one it's more brutal because they just take the baby right from her, and then she just like doesn't even have time to heal or anything like that. She just puts her clothes on and goes about her business.
Yeah, and I know this because I saw some reviews for season 1, so I know certain things happen, but did Allison, the older Allison, played by Olivia Cook, ask for her and the husband to come and for her to see the new baby, right? Yeah. To see it, because
I forget who it is that wants to see the baby. Oh yeah, it's her and King Viserys that want to see the new baby because it's automatically like his heir.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like so that's why it's so concerning. You know what I mean, like it's another heir for him. Yeah. So then, like the babies aren't even really hers. They're not even Rhaenys or whatever. Like Rhaenyra's. They're like they're for the king.
Yeah.
So that's what's so dark about it is they just take the baby from her. It's her baby. and they just take it from her.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
anyway, so Daryl Dixon, September 29th, 6 episodes, right? Meaning that we'll be going through November covering this. And then basically, what are your thoughts? What do you know? If you had to project, we got Carol. This is of course going to be called the Book of Carol. We got Carol on the show now, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how much screen time she's going to get, but we're assuming, just like when we talked about this when we covered the first season, that when they injected Daryl into the show or Carol into the show, they'd kind of split things up time wise. So you'd see Carol over in the U.S. looking for Daryl, while at the same time they'd switch over. Maybe during episodes, maybe they'll have episodes where you don't see a lot of Daryl and it's more Carol. Which direction do you think they're going to? How do you think they're going to handle that? In 6 episodes, you think there'll be at least one episode where we don't see Daryl?
That's kind of tough.
Like they go away from France for the whole episode, and it's just all Carol in the U.S. Because you remember how popular Carol is in the Walking Dead fandom. She's more popular than Maggie.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I mean, I maybe they could do it with the first episode, right? Because of the last shot we saw in the first season.
Oh yeah, I do think they're going to pick right up with her. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think so. Structure. We know what's going to happen with the castle because it's going to be discovered. Because remember, the soldier that left Daryl alive, he knows the location. So
yes, and Daryl's he's a wanted man. Madame Janae wants him.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be the main focus, and that's the time we're going to spend time. And I think with the Carol scenes, it's going to be maybe brief, where she will find clues, to that job that Daryl did to try to find Rick, right?
She's gonna trace his tracks all the way to the boat.
Exactly. And so, that's going to lead into the finale, and then that's
at which point she's going to realize, okay, he's in France.
Yeah.
Or remember those radio messages.
Yeah. If Daryl finds another radio dispatch somewhere, then he will probably contact over U.S.
That's how they were communicating, right? Just by relaying tape dispatches through the radio.
Yeah. I mean, we saw that in episode 3. Yeah, episode 3, because 4. We saw episode 4 where we saw how he got to the bowl, and then we saw the radio transmitter. And
he recorded the message. Yeah, he recorded that message that whatnot, that Janae heard it and everything and whatnot, and Kodro heard it.
Yeah.
Sending it back home, letting him know where he was and all that shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
So they still have the ability to communicate through the radio, basically, through what, a ham radio or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah. Well, because each of the community that hasn't fallen, they do have communication
to some extent, in some way. Whether it's the Pigeon Man, right, who died unfortunately because he was stupid.
Yeah, and then let his pigeons away.
He didn't have to die. He's just stupid.
Hey, I mean,
Daryl told him to get the fuck out of the way or whatever, whatnot. He didn't listen.
Hey, he loves his
pigeons. My pigeons, my pigeons. They shot his ass.
Hey, he was a human being. He loved his pigeons.
Oh, I love the pigeon guy. I was sad when he died.
Yeah. So sad. But anyway,
drink to you, Pigeon Man. May your soul rest in peace.
Yes.
I hope your pigeons are okay and prosperous.
Yeah, true.
Maybe we'll get to see them again in season 2. The pigeons will be back.
They're like the ghost of Christmas past.
The Pigeon Man will come back to life.
Yeah.
He'll be a walker, but still taking care of his pigeons.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Are we keeping you up too late tonight, sir, for the Leading Edge report?
Nope. Yeah, this is a long day. I gotta say,
Oh, has it been a long day?
crazy long day. I gotta say.
Did you,
Anyway,
did you see that I started switching all of our live stream videos over to the video section on the
yeah,
YouTube channel?
yeah. Just remember, we discussed that yesterday in the
Oh,
Jack.
we did talk about that. That's right. We already talked
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
So you
And
remember
so,
now why I did all that.
yep. Yeah. So far, good. Any more?
All those videos are getting good numbers. No, I took a break today from putting up new episodes, but tomorrow I'll get back to it and I'll start and I'll keep on putting them up. The only problem is I'm doing them in reverse order. I've got to kind of like at some point I've got to straighten it out because I'm uploading them in reverse. So
Yeah.
like when you see them all in the video section, they're gonna be like out of order. You know what I mean? Which who cares, right? It's old content anyway. But yeah, all the videos I put up so far, the first 10 or 15, they're all racking up views every day. Our X-Men episode reviews are doing well. They're only getting 100, 200 views, whatever, whatnot, right? But like people are watching them. They're getting lots of likes and everything and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those seem to be the most, that and the Shogun episodes seem to be the most watched stuff that I've been putting up so far.
Yeah, which is good. Makes sense. I mean, they're TV reviews, so it's gonna perform well. You know.
Yeah, you'd think people would want to go back and watch that stuff. Why not?
Yeah.
There's nothing else going on.
No, well, I mean, not until House of the Dragon will be released, and then I don't know when the boys.
Oh, the boys comes out. Yeah, it comes out in like 2 weeks, doesn't it?
Yeah, coming 2 weeks, and then the Bear, season 3 is coming. I think towards the end of June.
I can't believe I've never watched The Boys ever. I've never seen one episode of it. Everyone tells me that that show would be right up my alley.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
With the swearing and the adult, humor and all that and whatnot, and the violence.
Yeah, it's true. And the crazy
right
moments.
up my alley. Yeah, I like crazy shit too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's been doing very well for Amazon, and it has a good spinoff. I heard, which is good.
Oh yeah, what
Gen V?
Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen V or something like that.
Gen V. Yeah, people who I've talked to who watched it said it was all right. Remember, I saw the trailer when I went to see Godzilla -1, and I thought the trailer looked great. Remember, I wanted to cover it, but it already started.
Yeah,
and I don't like to review shows that have already started.
Yeah, I know, but it's so
That's
many
okay.
TV. I mean,
we don't have enough room to cover The Boys anyway.
No, it's already like 4 seasons in. It's like
I know we'd have to go back and like almost do reviews of all the seasons first. You know what I mean? To get caught up.
Yeah, I mean, we could just do 1 season review like for each, but I mean that's gonna take time.
Yeah, it would. We'd have to do like mini reviews or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to get caught up. We'd have to do like recorded reviews or something like that. Where we just did like 30 minutes per episode. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. Just bust them out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Be a lot of work.
No, like movie reviews, like just 1 like overall season, not talk about like the.
Just do 3 videos, whatever, whatnot, all and just basically do a season breakdown of each season. You're right. That would be a good way to catch right up.
Yeah, because that's the only way we can catch up and like not worry too much,
Yeah, because having to do like 30 something reviews or whatever, whatnot first would really be a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, so you have any final thoughts? What do you think? What are your thoughts on Daryl Dixon season 2 as of right now? Since we don't know much about it, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is, I mean, this show's in a good position, which is great. I mean, the good news is that the addition of Carol is very exciting. So I think that it definitely gonna boost the ratings for season 2, very high because Carol is very popular. I mean. Tell behind Daryl, like they're the duo of great TV, and so her coming back is really great to see that, and I definitely think that's gonna give the excitement for this season 2, which is great, and see her and probably finally do like this show can do the Ones Who Live kind of style for Daryl and Carol, like them getting renewed, like they did with Michonne and Rick. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm like so happy we're gonna get it this year. Gonna review it. I'm happy with the episode count. 6 episodes is good because I mean I don't mind 8 or 10, but like I don't know. I don't want them to kind of lose the pace, s- uh, and like drag it to the point where it's not going to be good. So I think,
Where there's filler episodes and stuff like that and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
But though I am surprised they didn't go to 8 episodes though because of the addition of Carol.
I, hey, we need to see how they do it well. If they do it well, then I think they definitely have a great storytelling structure that they've done.
You think the episodes will be longer?
Yeah, these. That's another thing. The Walking Dead episodes are a bit longer, so they did a good job of taking their time to tell the story. So
So just to be clear, so folks understand that maybe didn't watch The Walking Dead, why is Carol so important? Like, why is she so valuable, and why is she considered to be one of the top Walking Dead characters from the original show?
I mean, well, first off, that's opinion, but because out of the characters, she's the one
you know how popular she is.
yeah, well, that's I just to say it now that she's like
I know.
Yeah, well,
She's one of the OG Walking Dead characters.
Yeah, I mean, well, the few just let
Because she
know.
survived.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she survived from the finale, right? Well, remember, she is out of the characters that we've seen that survive have the most direction change since season 1. Remember, season 1, she was this very timid wife that was in an abusive marriage. The husband died, and then she lost her daughter in season 2. In the farm, the Herschel farm.
Yeah.
And then by 3, it, you know, 4, 3, she started to get her confidence and started to become, part of the team more. She started to become proactive, and then 4 is where she become a bit more badass, and then 5 is where we get the real Carol, where she's
5 is where she went in and she actually shot up that place to save everybody. She went in and she shot up the what's it called, the Artemis or whatever, whatnot.
Terminus.
She shot up Terminus to free everybody and whatnot on her own.
Hell yeah, and that was
And then
awesome.
and then we saw the great scene where they all came together because remember they hadn't seen Carol in like years.
Yeah, or days, because remember
Days,
it's been,
whatever. Yeah,
days since that prison destruction from the governor, and in the midpoint of season 4. But yeah, so Carol has actually changed since season 1 of the original Walking Dead, and is incredible. And she looks so like beautiful, like she's so like she hasn't aged a bit. Like she looks so
she's very attractive for a gray-haired,
gray hair. Yeah,
younger, older lady. She's very attractive.
Yeah.
But no, then she became so lethal and so good in battle that when Rick put together that mission to go to do that initial mission against those people that were under Negan, but they didn't know it yet, and they went and shot up that warehouse or whatever whatnot with the people in it, that place.
Yeah.
She was on that team to go in there and kill them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like Rick trusted her to go kill humans, like not just walkers. That's how lethal she'd become by that point. That was like what, season 6, season 7 by then.
Yeah, by then. Yeah. But yeah,
and she become nasty by that point. She could kill walkers, people, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, what's holding her? So, which is good.
Yeah, she became pretty unhinged there for a while.
Yeah. And then also, another thing what is also popular is her relationship. Just like Rick and the Michonne.
Yeah.
The reason we like them is their relationship together. Carol and Daryl's relationship is really cool. You could say there's some romantic thing, but I like that it's more platonic relationship.
It's more of a friendship.
Yeah, more friendship.
Like in real life, how they're friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the cool things.
But yet they're affectionate. When you see pictures of them, at events and stuff like that and whatnot, you always see Regis like with his arm around her. You know what I mean? Whatnot. There's always like physical contact between them, right? Like there's no distance between them. They're always like right on each other.
Yeah.
Right. you've seen pictures, like they're very like, buddy.
Yeah, and you could definitely see that in the screen when they act as the characters in so many the seasons, and hopefully the season 2. So
Well,
that's
Daryl really connected with her. Her relationship. She had great relationships with several characters. Her relationship with Rick was deep too.
Yes, yeah, I do like her and the Rick relationship, as well. Yeah, yeah, and then I'm trying to figure out what was the other relationship, but yeah, that was also really good. The Rick and because she was, you think about it, who was the third like right hand man behind Daryl, and that was Carol, because Carol stepped up a lot, and can able to take over Rick's position.
Yeah, you're right, because Maggie was, let's be honest, Maggie was always good at fighting walkers, but when it came to actually, if I remember correctly, when it came to fighting human on human with guns and shit and whatnot, Maggie was not as good as Carol, or as strong in that area.
No, and like leading people, that's the thing. Like Daryl and Carol can lead people, and that's why they were good.
And then they bounced Carol around on the show, and they had her with the guy with the tiger. She became boyfriend and girlfriend with him for a while there.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that was cool. Oh man, that tiger's death was very hard. But yeah, very brutal. But really cool kill. Yeah, that was really cool too. So it was fantastic. Daryl's mute friend, he had a really good connection to her. That was from the Eternals. She was good. I did like her in some of the episodes I saw.
Well, I didn't watch all The Walking Dead, so I'm sure I probably missed a lot of Carol, because I did come in sporadically throughout the last couple of seasons. I watched a couple episodes here and there, then come back, but I'm really looking forward to it. She's going to be a great addition to Daryl Dixon season 2. And let's move on. Daredevil Born Again. We don't know much about that either. What we do know about it is that it's coming out on March 2025. So not very far away from here. January, February, March. We'll be covering it over. We'll be covering it on Wednesday nights over on the MCU's Bleeding Edge. I'm sure by then, it'll be coming out like a regular Disney Plus show. It'll be coming out on Wednesday mornings or whatever, whatnot, and we'll cover it weekly, episodically. And it's going to be broken up. Those 18 episodes that they initially pitched are going to be broken up into 2 9-episode halves, either seasons or halves of a season. We don't know yet, right?
It's sort of like how Walking Dead season 4 was. The first half was the prison break, the prison arc, and then the second half was like,
then you have a break, and then you play the other 9 episodes. Yeah.
It's sort of like that.
So it's probably going to be one season.
Yeah, no. So a good sample of this is Netflix. Netflix has done this. They the recent Stranger Things season 4, they split up the episodes to 2 parts. So like you see the first 4 episodes in this month, and then in a couple weeks or a month we get the last 4. A
lot of serial television series throughout the years have always had those breaks in between their seasons. That's a normal thing to give give the audience a break, right, and stretch out the length of the show. You know what I mean? So that you're giving people episodes of the show almost like 8 months out of the year, right?
Yeah, well, it makes sense because of holidays. That was always the reason that they did the break. Sometimes was because of the holidays.
It's also honestly for the MCU, it's really helpful to them because they're not making as many live action series anymore on Disney Plus. So having Daredevil split with a break, that gives them a chance to have Daredevil come back with 9 episodes, right?
Yeah. Later
on, you know what I mean? Like figure in May, right, or in June. They drop that other half, right? Right there, you've got Daredevil has just covered like almost 3/4 of the year with episodes. So that's given Disney Plus the opportunity to be putting content out like weekly. That is Marvel, right?
Yeah, because this is 18 episodes, so yeah, they have enough to like make it 2 parts and give it a break.
They could stretch it, yeah. We don't know for sure if that's what they're going to do, but I believe that's what they will do. It makes sense. Because honestly, next year, as far as what we know of for live action, there's all kinds of crazy bugs over here in the garage. We got all kinds of wildlife out here.
Oh my god. You
got
see
some
like
crazy bugs. There was some crazy bug over there a minute ago. I swatted it.
oh my god. Is that a fly or is one of those like centipedes?
Oh, it's one of those creepy looking, not a centipede, like one of them creepy looking ones. I don't know, like where it's on its legs, but like just creepy looking. It's big. I swatted it. I'm not picking it up and showing it to you.
No.
I don't like bugs. That's why I swatted. That's why I swatted that bitch.
Hey, I don't like bugs either. So, no. Anyway, there's so many bugs. I don't know what kind of bugs we have now.
No, but honestly, what the only other live action series we're getting from Marvel next year confirmed is Ironheart.
Yeah, and even that they've been very secret about that. Yeah.
They're being pretty concrete that it's coming out in 2025.
Yeah,
all the big scoopers on Twitter have already opined and said it's coming out in 2025.
Yeah, and the investors they confirmed that it's going to be like around 2025, like the late 2025.
Yeah, because they're basically done with the show.
Yeah. I hope that's not a bad thing. I mean, because it was shot a long time ago. So
the production of it's been all over the place. Like they kind of like just stopped and started and stopped and started. You know what I mean? Like Blade. You know what I mean? Like
my gosh,
that's how Ironheart's been. But it's not been because there's something wrong with it. It's been because they haven't known what they wanted to do with it.
Yeah, and then there was some other reasons why the strike last year that maybe like maybe some of the shoots or something like that, the reshoots.
Although you would have thought that they would have already had all their writing already done and all that whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about it when you think about it, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. But hey, Marvel, they like to tweak things in the last minute. So,
well, sir, I've got some new video.
What the?
There you go. Look at the mother like videotaping with her cell phone.
Wait. There was a guy. What the hell?
Andres, I think you should sign up for that class.
Oh yeah, sure. That is definitely a cult there.
I can see you do it. I can see you sitting there on one of those mats and doing that.
No, get out of here. Oh my god, I can't. I'm so sorry. Anyway, second clip was definitely my favorite. If you want to know my honest opinion, I thought that was very hilarious.
You like the two girls? Do you like everybody, all the parents videotaping the kids fighting and shit?
Yeah, and not doing the most mature thing. Instead of stopping the fight, they're encouraging their daughters to continue the fight. So that is funny. And the first one, I could definitely put it as second. That was very bizarre, but the guy knows he's sexy, so I mean, I guess he just wanted to show his sexy body and the sexy moves in the water.
I think he liked the jet against his unit. Or maybe he was trying to clean up. I don't know. I'm not sure what he was doing with that.
Cleaning. I don't know if that was cleaning. I think that was more of like posing. Like I think he thinks he was doing striptease in the water.
What was this guy doing? Is he cleaning, trying to get cleaned up too? What's he got going on?
No, I think that's just.
I love it. I love it when he looks over at the dude and gives him a head bob during it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Folks, that is a classic right there.
Yeah.
Look at that shit. He's getting it. I can watch that all day.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Yeah, that is very true. I like how he just casually just having sex with a poster, and that's funny.
Yeah, I wonder how he made the hole. You know, like
I think he had like a knife and just like
who thinks to themselves as they're walking down the street, I'm gonna pull up to this poster, like, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if he like planned this or if it was like spontaneous.
I think it's spontaneous. I think he was very I think he was sitting down and he saw the poster and he got a little too excited. I think he got a little roused, and then he's like
too hot under the collar.
Yeah, they just come over there and just like this is thing and just unbuckle. That's
Like
the
fuck
word.
it. But
Yep,
I
yep.
guess he wasn't worried about getting in trouble.
Hey, hey, you don't get caught, you don't get caught. So you just you, you know, you don't get caught. So like it's not a big deal. Like
Can you imagine the arrest report? Lewd, lascivious behavior. Man having sex with poster.
yeah. Then the cop will say, "Sir, this is the most what is it? The most profile behavior I've seen in my whole life, or something like that."
All right, Daredevil Born Again. All we really know about Daredevil Born Again so far is that it's based off of a comic storybook line where Daredevil gets hooked on drugs and his identity gets revealed and he's like on the streets and all this kind of stuff. They're not going in that direction with it. It's not going to be like that.
Yeah,
They brought back Karen Page, they brought back Foggy Nelson, they brought back those actors. They for some reason they stupidly didn't have them to start the show off, but they brought them back.
yep,
Right? Good move. And they've got John Bernthal Punishers in the series. You got
yeah,
Wilson Fisk Kingpin is in the series.
yeah.
Right? So it should be pretty damn good.
We also got, don't forget.
Oh, White
Bull-
Tiger. White Tiger is going to be in it.
maybe we don't
No,
know yet.
White Tiger's in it.
Really?
Yep.
Uh,
I've already seen set shots or whatever. It's already been shown in the footage they've released.
Oh, really? In this? Okay, I haven't seen.
That White Tiger's in it. Yep.
Okay, well, anyway, I was gonna bring up Bullseye. Bullseye is gonna be in the show.
Oh, Bullseye's coming back. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna come back. Vanessa, the original actress that played her on Netflix, is coming back after. They switch it, which is great.
Oh, Fisk's girlfriend. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, which is good. So that was really great. Yeah, and that's it. Then we got some couple new characters. We got a new love interest for Matt. So Heather Glang. So kind of curious about that. But yeah, so yeah, that's the cast, which is great. I'm so happy that we're getting everyone from the Netflix show. I'm so happy we're getting Punisher again.
The only character we didn't get back was Ben Gyrick, and that's because he got killed.
Yeah,
Whatever happened? What happened with Karen and Matt? I never watched season 3 of Daredevil. Did they break up? Did they never actually end up having a relationship?
No, they're broken up between 2 and 3, and remember they are back again. Well, I'm curious if they're going to address this because they are together in the season 3 finale, and back in the firm they created, but I don't know. We'll see.
So they were together. They were still seeing each other or whatever, whatnot in season 3.
It was more like they were friends. That's it. They were not. No, they were not like.
They weren't fucking.
Yes, if we had to be professional.
Okay, so they weren't fucking. But he stopped seeing Elektra though after season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Well, yeah, Elektra was brought back again by the Defenders, so her body was never recovered. Just remember,
Did they have typhoid? Did they have Typhoid Mary in season 3?
No. Typhoid Mary was in Iron Fist for all places in season 2.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they did that. They must have been trying to save the show or something like that.
They did, and had less episodes.
That makes me want to watch it though. Now knowing that Typhoid Mary was in it makes me want to watch it.
I'm trying to remember. I heard
Typhoid Mary's a good character.
No. I know Typhoid Mary. She's a good character. I don't know. I heard some good things about her, but it wasn't like I don't think they went forward with her powers. That's the thing. It was more psychological. She was
Daredevil always has these most interesting female villain type chicks that he's in love with. He always has them.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. That is so funny. And even just superhero girlfriends. He dated Black Widow. It's just crazy.
Oh, did he date Black Widow?
Oh yeah. It was a big thing in the 70s.
Wow. So before Frank Miller.
Yeah, before Frank Miller. Yeah, you brought up the comic book storyline, right? So Frank Miller wrote Born Again. If anyone knows, it's the really big big storyline where he meets his mom, who's the nun, which we already saw that in season 3, the final season for the Netflix show was basically Born Again, and that was when Matt was at his downturn, where Wilson Fix discovered his secret identity, and it was taking down Matt slowly, to to his lowest point. He got rid of his job. He was having trouble. So yeah, it's one of the best story. I read this comic book actually a long time ago. It's really great, and season 3 already adapted it. So it's kind of weird that they're using this title again, but we'll see how they do it.
I heard they already did the whole Karen being hooked on drugs thing, all that and everything in season 3, didn't they?
Oh no, they didn't do that. It was something else. It was more of like there was something in the past she did. But
holy shit! It says in the thing here, after a brief period of success, she became a heroin addict and was reduced to starring in pornographic films in Mexico. Holy shit!
Yep, yeah, and that desperate, she ratted Matt out, and she gave the
she sold the information that Matt is Daredevil for a shot of heroin.
Yeah, very dark stuff. So, yeah, that's what happened.
Over the next 6 months, the Kingpin uses his influence to have the IRS freeze Murdoch's accounts and bank foreclosure on his apartment, and Police Lieutenant Nicholas Manolis testifies that he saw Murdoch pay a witness to perjure himself. By coincidence, Murdoch's girlfriend, Gloriana O'Green, I wonder if that's who's going to be what that actress is going to play in the show, turns to dating his law partner and best friend, Foggy Nelson, on the rebound.
Yeah. And then another character that was not in season 3 or this show either is Nuke. Nuke was in Jessica season 1. He was the boyfriend that Jessica's stepsister was dating.
Oh, okay. I forgot that Nuke was in Jessica Jones season 1. I like Jessica Jones. I was hoping that she was going to be in Daredevil.
Yeah, I was hoping Luke Cage too. Both of them. Yeah, but we'll see.
We'll see them eventually. They've got. I mean, although I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what they would put Jessica Jones in. If they I thought for sure that they would have her in not Echo, but there was one show that they were saying that she might be in, but then she never was. Daredevil Born Again would be the one I would think of automatically, just because of the Netflix connection that she would pop in on, right?
Yeah. I mean, same thing with Luke Cage. Yeah, and Punisher. Thankfully he's here. Yeah.
I think they're going to give him a series, The Punisher, right after Daredevil. I think they're going to roll right off of that, and they're going to do a series with him.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's definitely going to happen. Oh,
was it She-Hulk? She-Hulk. We were supposed to get Jessica Jones and She-Hulk.
Yeah,
remember that was heavily rumored there for a while. We even did an episode of the Bleeding Edge, on the old Sunday Bleeding Edge report, where I used to do the MCU rumors and stuff like that, where we covered it. That Jessica Jones, there's a thumbnail of it down on the channel that she was going to be in She-Hulk.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like a possibility in season 1, but that didn't happen, which was kind of annoying.
What's her name? The actress saw the script for She-Hulk, and she was like, nah.
No. Yeah, she saw the woke, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, she was like, nah. She read past episode 3, and she was like, nah, I'm good. I'll wait for the next one.
Yeah, I think that's for the best. Plus, you cannot use Jessica Jones in a comedy format. That doesn't make sense.
She has some comedic chops a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
but not like She-Hulk humor.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's
you're not gonna have her booty shaking and shit like that and whatnot. That's not Jessica Jones.
No, not the one from the mail clip either.
No. And plus Jessica Jones just beats dudes' asses. So she actually would have fit right in on She-Hulk. Just beating up dudes and shit and whatnot.
Yeah, but I mean,
I like her as a character. I'd like to see her back in the MCU. She should be in the street level MCU. That she's the character that they're bringing her back. They are. She's going to be in there.
Yeah, she and Luke Cage will definitely come back. It's just in the right show. They have to
I,
pop up.
I don't think. What is it? What is that actress's name that plays her?
Oh, Kristen Wither.
Kristen Ritter. I don't think she's really done shit since that
No,
her show.
yeah, she got a kid. She had her first child, and but she's coming back with a new show that's coming actually this month, called Orphan Black Echoes. If
Oh
anyone,
yeah, I saw the trailer for it.
yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Orphan Black show. That's where Tatiana Maslany come from, where she played all the clones. So she's doing the same thing but different. Very excited for the show. If you guys are big Orphan Black fans, that's her next project she's doing. So yeah,
Oh, good for her. What about the Luke Cage actor?
He's in this popular show called Evil. It's on Netflix now. They're right now it's going to release the fourth final season. It's basically him and the other actress that's from Westworld. She played the daughter of Ed Harris character, who's the Man in Black.
The guy who's
And
a guy. He was a guy and he played the daughter. What kind of
yeah,
weird shit was going on with that?
and here you go. She played the daughter of Ed Harris character, the Man in Black, in
Oh, and like a
Westworld.
robot or something.
Yeah, something like that. And yeah, and so they're together. So he plays a priest, well, becoming a priest in the seasons, and she's like this. It's sort of this paranormal, like exorcisms kind of show, where they deal with the devil and all that. So it has really good reviews. People like it. So that's what he's been doing for the last few years, since the Luke Cage cancellation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
he's been doing.
and Feige's already said they're going to try to bring back all the Defenders actors except for what's his name?
Denny Rand, whatever his
Yeah.
name is. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that played Danny Rand. Although he popped up and said that he wants to come back a couple months ago.
I the like I
Some random person interviewed him about him coming back or whatever, whatnot, and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I want to do Heroes for Hire."
I mean they did an episode like that in Luke Cage or in his show, and it was good. So if they do that, then I think he'll be fine.
Oh,
I know him.
Heroes for Hire could work. That would be a low budget show. You wouldn't have to spend a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
After the Iron Fist show, it was so bad. I didn't even watch it. It was so bad that I've just heard it was so bad that they could probably get the actor for play Danny Rand to come back on a pay cut. He could make $1 per episode. You know, $1.
Yeah. Okay.
They'd be like, you owe us for the rest of the money we paid you for the other Iron Fist.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
You're lucky we even cast you in this motherfucker.
Yeah, and you're lucky if people want you to come back. Like that's the thing. Like everyone wants to see pretty much Charlie Cox from Colton to come back in their roles on Netflix.
Could you imagine if that actor came out and sued Marvel Studios and the lawsuit was like they refused to pay me above minimum wage. It was like a wage problem.
Oh my God, that would be something.
Marvel actor sues Marvel Studios because was only paid less than minimum wage for TV show.
Yeah. Anyway, what else?
What you tell me, sir? What's up with Giancarlo Esposito? So we can wrap this bitch up.
All right.
That's the last thing we have on our agenda.
All right. Well, we got a couple here. Great picks. Great reveals. There were a couple of villains that people are expecting. There's one that I think it makes a lot of sense. It connects to another Disney Plus show that I like. It stars Oscar Isaac, which we'll get into. I got the first article here from this one. Let's see here. The character thing. Where
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So the first one that people are thinking that he could be is Raul Bushman, or Bushman, is a supervillain / rival of Moon Knight. He first appeared in 1980's Moon Knight #1. his existence was already confirmed in the first season of Moon Knight. If you see that show, he's basically like the Joker for Moon Knight, and so I think that makes a lot of sense because apparently I'm just looking at my notes here. He does have some of the description that is connected to that character, like his physical look and his costume, because he does carry the three knives and guns that is from the character. So yeah, so I think that's what they're revealing here. In terms of like who's going to play another potential characters that people are throwing out that could be possibility. He could be, and this one I want to bring out because I think it could make sense, maybe, but I don't know. Sure, he could be replacing Jonathan Majors as Kane the Conqueror. Maybe, we're not sure. That's just a speculation. Another one is the Living Tribunal. That could be a possibility. Um, a Marco Man. That could be another option.
What is the connection with him and Captain America: Brave New World?
That part we don't know. Like, that's the thing. I think if he is Bushman, it kind of makes sense if they're doing something Egyptian connection because I don't know what's going on with because we had that superhero that's going to be from what?
Well, if he was going to play Bushman, wouldn't he be in like Moon Knight season 2?
Yeah, but you don't know if this movie is going to set up Moon Knight season 2 maybe, and that this is how we're going to get his character. So but yeah, because it's kind of tough. Like I'm just trying. We got the leader. He could be like a second right hand man for the leader.
Oh yeah, they could use the Bushman anywhere. He could be a
Yeah.
he could be a mercenary or whatever, whatnot for anybody.
Yeah.
That's all he is a mercenary.
Yeah, and I think how it could happen, maybe that the leader hires him to steal something from Ross. Maybe some of the super soldier experimental formula that he had that like he did it on the Abomination and the Incredible Hulk. Maybe he will steal that, and maybe the leader is going to improve that and make it to like where he will probably create more like an army of Hulks, and that's how we'll probably get the Red Hulk or maybe something like that. That's what I'm thinking at that, like how he's going to be connected to the new world, Brave New World plot.
It's gonna be interesting seeing the Red Hulk fight Captain America at the end of that movie, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think they could pull it off. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't like how the Hulk has been portrayed, but his CGI looks so good since the Avengers. Like it looks good. I just don't like it when he is like very goofy and just playing jokes. And that's
I don't think you'll see Harrison Ford doing as much of that mocap shit as like
No.
as what's his name does with the Avengers. Like I don't at his age I don't see him doing it like that.
No.
I think you'll only see little bits and pieces of the Red Hulk in the movie.
Yeah, it's going to be more like the Incredible Hulk, where Edward Norton didn't do the motion capture; it was someone else. So that's going to happen with Red Hulk. So it's going to be like just like the Incredible Hulk. How they
that makes sense that they could do that. You're right. They could just have an extra come in and whatnot and everything. Not an extra, but like a stuntman come in and whatnot.
Stuntman, yeah,
and perform the mocap scenes for him, and then have him just have to be the Ross character.
Yeah, and plus they can. You don't have to make the Red Hulk to look like Harrison Ford either. Like that's the thing people have to understand, that we can make him a bit more saturated, so like it doesn't look too weird. So like there's a lot of options they can do with the Red Hulk. So
speaking of Hulk, did you by any chance check out anything about these rumors again about there being of them doing a Hulk film?
Okay. Yeah, that was the one part I did miss. But I could pull it up. Nothing major. Like that's the thing, with the Planet Hulk movie.
We don't know what no outlet, no media source, and like Marvel, no one will actually say who owns the film rights for the Incredible Hulk. As far as we know, what's their name? Still owns the rights. Columbia, isn't it Columbia?
Universal.
Universal.
Still owning the rights here. Yeah, I was trying to find some notes here. like there was really nothing that did in particular.
When we say film rights, folks, all we're talking about is the fact that the reason why you haven't seen an Incredible Hulk solo film, since the one that came out, way back over 10 years ago, is because Marvel Studios does not have the film rights to actually make Hulk solo films. That's why you saw Hulk and Ragnarok, right? Because that's the only way that they can use him is as a guest in a film, like as a part of a film. They can have him in the Avengers, but they can't make solo Hulk films unless they work out a deal with
Universal.
Universal, like they did with Sony or something like that. With the rights. And obviously, Universal must not. Maybe Marvel Studios isn't even that interested in making a Hulk film. Who knows? But I think it's mostly just fans wanting it.
Yeah, and we were saying that because of the Avengers, the first film, because Mark Ruffalo was great in the first Avengers film. Like that was the Hulk that I was waiting for to see in the big screen. I seen the first two early Hulk films, and they were okay, but they didn't deliver like the kind of.
I thought they were both pretty decent. The Banner one was decent, although the CGI and all that was pretty rough. But the second one with with Edward Norton was actually really good.
Yeah, I liked it, and I have a soft for that. But just and unfortunately, those movies didn't perform big like Spider-Man or like the X-Men, so it just didn't make sense.
I still to this day ask people all the time. I'll ask you, what do you think the Avengers would have been like if it hadn't been Ruffalo as the Hulk, and he would have thrown in, what's his name? Why am I having such a hard time with people's actors' names?
Norton?
Edward Norton. Can you imagine Edward Norton in the Avengers? How would he have done with the Avengers team? Do you think he would have been all right? Like he would have worked?
Yes, but for different reasons. I think you could I how to say, I don't think he couldn't have the chemistry that he would have with like Robert Downey Jr., like how Mark Ruffalo did in the Avengers. And I think Norton could have done more of like the dark stuff that about Hulk, like him like saying in the first Avengers movie he commit suicide, but the other guy spit it out. Like that he could definitely deliver it well. I don't know, like he has done well with like group of people, like Birdman. He's in Birdman and he was great in that. And he was in that Knives Out sequel. He was good in that. I don't know. It's kind of tough for me to see Aaron Norton in the Avengers. He couldn't make it worse. You think about it. I have my Scarlet Witch. I have a Scarlet Witch shirt. Oh man. So anyway, I don't know. Like I think he just could have been the weak part of the Avengers, and I think I was kind of glad they recast him. So
it all worked out at the end of the day, except for what's his name, it didn't work out. Edward Norton, he could have made a lot of money.
Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, he doesn't work as a blockbuster. Like he's better at indie stuff.
Some of his grievances with Marvel Studios, with the way that he was handled in the Incredible Hulk film, were legitimate. Like the fact that they didn't give him any writing credentials or whatnot for the film, even though he rewrote the whole film himself, right?
Yeah.
And all he asked for was to be listed as the writer, and they refused to do it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, like I could see why he was pissed off.
Yeah, well, and then they also cut out a lot of the other important scenes that him and the director wrote, and they just cut it down to make it just a simple action film, and that was another issue that Norton had, which was legitimate.
He wanted the film to be more like, more deep
dark,
and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Dark Knight. He say it like more like that.
That makes sense. If you think about the timing of the film and all that and whatnot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know, sir. We're almost at the 1.5 hour mark. You have any last thoughts on anything and whatnot before we call it out of here?
Well,
another successful Bleeding Edge report.
Yeah, very successful one. I'm so happy I see this. I think that the Moon Knight villain Bushman makes a lot of sense for Jimmy. He's a great actor. That makes a lot of sense. Um, I just hope they can use him well, because that's the thing about Marvel Studios. Sometimes with the villains, they don't use them well. So we got Red Hulk, the leader, now him, and then Diamondback is also maybe another potential villain.
Yeah, they brought Diamondback back. They did from the Serpent Society. That was the one person that they kept.
Yeah, weird. Okay, so that's a lot of villains, and so hopefully they can juggle them well. But if I don't know, I'm a concerned, but hopefully they use him. But thankfully, if this is true, he's going to be Bushman. At least he has a future in the MCU, so we can see him hopefully in Moon Knight season 2 later down the road, which is great.
That would be great. We talked about Moon Knight season 2 last week. And we're looking forward to that as well. I'm assuming probably that will come out in 2026. I put my first blog post up on the MCU's bleedingedge.org. You can go check it out, Andre. It's my first blog about the Blade film. It's up.
Awesome.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, because I think the audience wants to see that. Man, no comments today. It's very quiet.
No, it's been a quiet night.
Yeah, what's going on here? We usually have fun comments, usually in the Monday reports.
It's a Monday. What do you want? That's all it is.
Yeah, that's true. I know. It's a Monday. I mean, I hate Mondays, but we need people.
There's my blog, folks. My first ever blog post for the MCU's bleedingedge.org.
Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, good pick to do the blog to first write that. Yeah, Blade is a mess.
That's right, sir. And I'd like to see you get on there and actually do some blogging yourself.
I'll say that.
What are you laughing about? I've got you listed on the website as contributing blogger.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well,
I told you I did that.
All right.
You and Cyber are both listed in the blog as contributing bloggers that are going to occasionally blog.
Okay. Well, I got a couple of my I still have my notes for my retrospective/reviews. I can post that there. And,
if you want to do a blog, sir, just write it up for me, send it over to me, and I'll put it up and I'll put your name on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just email it to me and I'll throw it up. I'll put you on for the next blog or whatever will be you.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, that's cool.
All right, folks. Listen, we're not gonna do any plugging tonight since we're gonna be doing plenty of plugs next Monday.
Yeah.
We have 6 people on. But it was good seeing everybody as always. We're always happy to be here on Mondays. Andres and I, my special guest co-host. I'm Jeff S, aka TrueKnowledge. We are, the MCU's Bleeding Edge Report from the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. And, hey, have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on the Acolyte episode 2 on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday for the Matrix 3. In the meantime, we'll take things out with...
No one's going to marry you, Haranam. You have a beard. No one's going to date you, Haranam. You have a beard. No one's going to be your boyfriend, Haranam. You have a beard. You are not a preference to a lot of men. And then I'll get